Is a Harley a good motorcycle for beginners? Well, I'm out here at the lake today, just driving around. Thought I'd go ahead and discuss that. I want to get into a couple points about what makes a motorcycle particularly good for beginners and whether or not that matches Harleys. So let's get into it. Are Harley-Davidsons good motorcycles for beginners? Yeah, I would argue that they really are. There are definitely Harley-Davidson motorcycles that I would not recommend, but there are quite a few that really do fit the needs of someone who's just starting out. So what really makes a motorcycle a good bike for beginners? Well, first thing I would say is the price. This is probably one of the least strong points that I would have for Harley-Davidsons being good motorcycles for beginners. And the reason is, as most know, Harley-Davidsons are not cheap bikes in general. They're higher end bikes. But at the same time, you do get your value back from the motorcycle better than a lot of other brands. And so if you decided you wanted to get into a Harley, and then you decided, it really wasn't for me, you stopped riding motorcycles, you could then resell that. And there's a lot of people out there who are willing to pay a decent price for used Harley-Davidsons. So if you were going to get a Harley as your first bike, I would suggest getting a cheaper Harley, maybe in the Sportster line. I don't really recommend the street line. I forget the naming convention. I'll try to put it up here on the screen if I can. But the Street 500, Street 750, I believe that's what they call them. They don't, in my opinion, really have as much of the Harley-Davidson character that you would be able to enjoy long term. So I don't think I would really recommend those. But maybe focus more on the Sportster line, family line. And you'll be able to find those to be somewhat reasonable priced, depending on your needs. Primarily, I would suggest looking in the used market, of course. You can get really good deals on used motorcycles out there. My Iron 883, I was able to get that one for, I don't remember exactly, I mentioned it in the first video, but I think it was pretty close to $6,000, maybe a little under. So you can find better ones out there. I bought that in 2013. It was a 2013 year model, and I believe I bought it in 2017, so it was 4 years old. And you can get much older bikes that, those things, I'm telling you, they last forever. The Evo engines on those things, you can keep going and going and going. So anyway, long story short, the price is an important consideration. Also, you don't want to worry about dropping the bike, scratching it up. You're going to cry if you do, and you're going to cry a lot more if it's an expensive bike. So sticking to a cheaper motorcycle would probably be for your benefit if you are a beginner. So the second thing I would say when looking for a motorcycle as a beginner is the power. You don't want too much power. You're learning a lot of things at once when you're learning to ride a motorcycle, and you don't want something that has too much power that's going to get away from you and cause another thing for you to have to figure out while you're learning. You know, if you were to start out, I don't recommend something like this here, the Fat Bob, for a first motorcycle. You could do it. I'm not saying it couldn't be done, especially with someone who's a little more adept at picking things up more quickly and someone who is safe, but it's not going to be the ideal setup even for someone like that to start out on. You could easily, if you didn't know how to manage the throttle properly, spin this thing out, lose traction on a turn or taking off, anything like that. So I would not suggest one of the newer Milwaukee 8 Softails, the Dyna line. I don't think that those are the best option for both the power and the cost of what you would want from a beginner's motorcycle. And so third is, when you're looking for a motorcycle, you want to find something that doesn't have as difficulty of a skill set that's needed. And cruisers, in my opinion, really fit that bill. They allow you, it's in their name. They're designed to cruise. They're not designed to specifically, race around a racetrack or whatnot, push to their limits. They're just fun to cruise on, and that's really what you want to do when you're learning motorcycles. You don't want to have to feel like you're having to go to max RPM in order to get enjoyment out of a motorcycle. So the way that the power is given to you on the Harley Davidson cruisers it's really nice for when you're starting out. You got it if you need it, but it doesn't just hit you in the face, especially on the smaller engine models. So overall, I would say the Harley is definitely something that you could consider as a beginner motorcycle if you pick the right one. In addition to the skill set point, I might mention also that things like shifting, it's actually really easy to shift these motorcycles. I don't have a lot of experience with others, but Harleys have a really solid, clunky feel when you move into the gear. In fact, I'm not recommending you do this, but if you mess up the way that you use the clutch, you can shift the gears. I've shifted the gears without the clutch. I'm not saying that that's something you do regularly, is just not use the clutch and shift the gears. But the way the transmission works on these, I just feel like it's so solid and easy to use for someone learning. So yeah, they really can be good motorcycles to use. And I keep saying if you get the right model, but what is the right model? Well, again, I mentioned you could go with the Street 500, Street 750, those line, and it would definitely be better from a price and a power perspective. But you're not going to get the longevity out of that bike. Once you learn how to ride, you're going to want a different bike after that. They don't have that Harley character and soul, in my opinion, that really drives me to want a Harley. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. Not saying they're not good bikes, but they may not be a good bike for the long term. So I would definitely suggest something in the Sportster family, and my personal experience has been with the Iron 883, and I really feel like it's a great bike to learn on. It's also a great bike that you'll never grow out of. It's not something that you're going to feel like, that just doesn't quite do it for me anymore, I need something cooler. That's one of the coolest bikes I think there is out there. So the Iron 883 is definitely a good bike that you'll want to keep and that you could learn on. The 1200 series, I don't have a lot of experience on them, but I think that you'd probably find a similar experience with those bikes, the 1200s. They're not an outrageous amount of power coming out of there, so I really think you're good with either choice there. So when you're learning to ride a bike, though, what are some alternatives to Harley Davidsons? Because there are other bikes out there that are good for beginners. I would say, in my mind, the way I learned was on dirt bikes, and those are a really nice choice because A, they're much cheaper. You could easily buy a dirt bike that you're just basically going to make as your learning bike for a few $100s. Like, you're not going to be having to spend tons of money on a dirt bike. It also is a good bike for falling. If you really are really new and you have never used a manual transmission or anything like that, a dirt bike is nice for that reason. You can fall in the dirt and it's not going to hurt you as bad, although you still need to be careful, of course. I would suggest going in steps, though. Make sure, first of all, you know how to ride a pedal bike. Understanding how that works. I know most people do, but there are some who never learned to ride that. Definitely start there first. If you know how to ride a pedal bike, then learn how to use a manual transmission. If possible, learning in a car is nice because it's a much more secure, easy way to learn how to use a manual transmission. Once you understand how a clutch works and how to shift gears, it makes learning how to ride a motorcycle much easier. I actually learned how to use a manual transmission on a dirt bike, and I think it would have made it a lot more simple if I had learned in a car. And then finally, getting onto a street bike. Hondas have nice beginner bikes. The Honda Shadow is a nice one. I think it's a good looking bike. A lot of people really enjoy those bikes, and they're not too much power, they're not too pricey. So those are all good options. But overall, I really think if you like the Harley brand and you're worried, I don't know if I should start there as a beginner bike, my answer is a definite yes, you can. You just have to make sure you know the right areas to go. Look for a Sportster, find one used, and get a friend, someone you know that can teach you how to ride. You know, watch YouTube videos, do all that. You can really learn a lot in a short amount of time nowadays with the resources we have. So hope that's been informative to you if you're looking to start riding motorcycle. Be very safe out there. Make sure you take the safety course that you can get. Every state, I believe, has a different setup, but the one I took was a 2-day safety course. You may think, maybe you've ridden other, dirt bikes in the past, and you're getting onto the street, and you're like, I don't really need that. I highly suggest doing it, even if you are a advanced rider. It really can tweak some of the. It's not like some beginner's course that you go in, like driver's education or something like that. Those courses many times are done by people that have been riding for many years, and you can learn a lot from those guys. So definitely check out getting a motorcycle safety course underneath your belt if you're starting to ride. That being said, go have some fun. Let me know if there's other questions you might have in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.